I will say is
Fucking
the
with
people.
you.
What's going on with Candace and Miss Ty? Because child, I need to ask some questions about that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, they real friendship is kind of popping up on the show, and Ty's like, "Hold on, sis, I want to try to call you out right now."
I
But
was
if I
getting like there may have been some kind of love fest in the past. I don't know.
ooh,
I mean, were
Jesus,
we all thinking it? Lesbians. I mean,
let's
we
talk
were all
about
thinking.
who we want to live.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. Chase is back, child. He jiggling, dancing. I will say, man, I love when you lean in because you and Chad are the only ones, and Asia too. They be dancing to the beat to the
Listen,
theme.
that's, don't,
I
don't,
was
don't,
about to
don't,
start
don't.
twerking.
Oh my god!
Ooh,
Well, welcome back to the lead, Chase. It's been a minute, and Asia,
I
welcome back from the
know.
last time we did Sweet Life. Kirsty was here last week, but she cannot be here today. So, nonetheless, the show will go on. We're going to talk about Sweet Life, episode 7 through the actual finale. So, if you didn't know or hadn't already, there was a not finale, the reunion. It was called the what was
Group
it
chat.
called
The group chat,
group
which was
chat.
kind of cute.
And right,
Yep.
and so
Well,
Issa actually showed up. So we're gonna talk about, like I said, episode 7 through the actual reunion group chat or whatever. A good show. And Chase, since you weren't here for the first two, because I want to get your thoughts on the overall show because I know you weren't here to talk about episodes 1 through 6. But
Yes.
as before we start about episode 7 through 10, what do you think of this show and just how it's kind of become pretty much a big deal? Like it got a lot of positive feedback for a
Yes.
show like this, something we hadn't seen in a while. What did you think?
At first I was a little confused as to what I'm watching, because we're so used to the group format. It's automatically some drama off the start, off the
Yeah.
bat, off rip. I think that what I enjoyed the most about it is how organic it was. And I hope that going forward, if the show is renewed and they have additional seasons, um, the organicness. I don't know if that's a word, but I said it in English. I ain't changing on it. The organic organization of the cast and the group continues to grow moving forward. Such as I don't want to bring up like we're not going to talk about the Real Housewives, obviously, but
Right.
what I felt like was this is a real group of friends, or at least closely associated with one another in some way. They're not complete and utter strangers to one another, and so it read for um, better drama through the episodes 7 through the end. Like it was like real intense, and I was just really, really shocked.
Okay. And Asia, I know we know we talked last week. I'm glad that you actually. So last week when we talked about a Chase, I actually did not watch the last like 10 minutes of episode 6, but episode 7 picks up where it goes off. So that's where we're gonna start. Asia kind of filled us in because I didn't see it because I apparently I just didn't watch it. But basically, this is where Ty, who is, I said last week, Ty reminds me a lot of myself in a sense, but as the season went on, not really.
Okay, 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 okay.
It was if I
that's what
was
I'm trying to say. Like, oh, okay, you ain't been there yet because it
so
gets
right. Last week when I was watching the first 6 episodes, I was like, oh cool, okay, cool. Like that's me. And I still think there are parts of me that we share. But as we
Mm-hmm.
went on, I don't think that she's like me in any kind of way. But there's
Mm-hmm.
still some things I do agree.
some
A lot of
relatability.
things I don't agree. So I'm gonna start with where episode 7 picks up. Candace and Ty. Now, what I did say last week is that you can tell, and I like that they allowed her to do this. They allowed her to bring her real friends on this trip, and you have like her castmates, her employees, or whatever.
Yeah.
And Candace, who is apparently a real friend, Asia, you did mention she was very emotional, as in Ty was. But the thing between Candace and Ty, who do y'all side mostly with? Like, you got Ty who was basically saying she didn't want to do it on camera. And then you got Candace saying, like, fuck these cameras. Like, this is my friend. Like, let's talk about it. I honestly
I'm
kind
Candace.
of sided more with Candace
I'm Candace.
because I felt like it was real. Like, girl, I know you're on this show, but not don't get it twisted, but like, let's just talk about what the issue is and she may have been drunk, she may have not,
Mhm.
completely understood in the moment, but I feel like they could have reached some kind of understanding similar to what happened in the reunion with her and this castmate. What do y'all think?
Go ahead,
The
Chase.
lady of the house. Oh, okay. Is that me?
My, no, I am the lady of the house, but you can
Yes.
go.
Well, thank you, my love. I was rocking with y'all on the Candace thing, like, like, let's cut the bull. This is what it is. We're gonna talk about it. You're my dog. I don't care about these cameras. But here's the thing. I am the type of girl or the type of person that if I say, like if you say let's talk about it, and I say I don't think now is a good time for me, I would like for that to be respected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that once Tylin expressed whatever she felt, that Candace could have been more respectful to how Tylin felt. So if someone says no and you keep pressing the issue, then now you're the one with the problem. Does that make sense?
I
It
understand.
does. She was the only place where I feel Candace is because she was drunk
Yeah.
and she was caught off guard. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, but you my friend. Don't hold out on me now. When you're in that drunken state, you're not going to fully comprehend what's going on. So I get both sides, but if I
Yeah.
had to decide, I'm on Candace's side because bitch, you my real friend.
Yeah.
And fuck this camera shit. Now I will say, Candace, you gotta calm down going off on the whole crew. And
Oh,
them out. Like, baby
that was
girl,
excellent.
win. But
Yeah. I mean, she cast me, but she was there and she was Mike, so
right.
girl.
Like, look,
Wow.
at this point, I'm just on vacation. So what the fuck is up with my friend? Like, I get that. I get both sides, but in this particular
Yeah.
instance, I am more Candace because
Yeah.
I've been a drunk girl trying to figure out what's going on before too.
So we solely speaking from episode 7 and up as to regards to whether or not we on Candace or Tylene side, right?
Well,
Yes.
so
In
I was
that
gonna
specific
say I'm
situation.
only on Candace's side in this moment. Now, as far as like her being late and how she was on the trip and stuff like that, I said last week I can't get with that. That type of stuff pisses me off. I'm sorry. I know we here for my birthday, and I get it. You have a good time, but like if it's the first time, okay, I side at it. But you constantly coming up to everything late, it's starting to piss me off. You know what I'm saying? So I side with Candace only in this moment when it got real. The other was the shenanigans that got them there. No, I'm team.
Yeah.
I'm team
Okay.
time.
Okay.
That's me. But I mean, I don't think that I didn't think that they deserved a revisit on that, but I wanted to see like what happened because what I noticed, and I see this a lot from episode 7 onward, Ty is this whole season, she's like, all she keeps saying is, that's not a friend of mine. That's not a friend of mine. That's not what a friend does. It just constantly happens, and it's like, okay, like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
She just cutting everybody off. Like
she
she was
cutting everybody off, and
all season.
that's not how things work. You like
She's annoying.
yeah, that got a little annoying to me. But we're gonna talk about that more too, because she says
Okay.
she gets a little more in depth too. Let's move on to we're gonna talk about Cheryl and Gerald a lot because I did put that Cheryl was too fun for Gerald, and it is this moment I really enjoyed Cheryl.
I did
I
too.
felt like she was, and I still think she's a great person. She's still sweet. I think she's life of the party, but she kind of showed some other sides, and they all did. They all kind of, by the end of the season, I will say I don't have a favorite. Okay, I don't have a favorite from the cast.
Yes, I agree.
My favorite is not a cast member. She was just
Don't you say
she was just sort of shake it up. So let's talk about, because I mean things that happened on the trip also. Bree and Jordan, they had a back and forth. She tried to get him to take a shot. He said no. I'm like, girl, Bree, let it go, girl. You trying to take advantage of him. Becky and PJ have they back and forth. But one thing that we talked about a little bit last week too, but Amanda calling her boyfriend, trying to put off Bree's expectations of the whole living situation on her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was like, that ain't us.
That ain't us, sis.
What is Amanda got? Okay, so every
Go ahead,
I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
No, I was just talking shit. Go ahead, Chase.
So every original cast has that one cast member where it's like, Deshaun Snow, I think it's time for you to pack up and exit to the left.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a grab, it was a reach. I felt that what is it? Why are you making this conversation amongst the group? Why are you taking that to everyone and making it a thing? Can you believe what Bree said? What Bree said? What Bree said? What did you
That's
say
because
it?
that's what she really wants. She let Bree get in
You
her
feel like she's
head.
projecting.
Yeah, she's
Not
trying to.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah. Because here's the thing: when you see something shiny in somebody else's situation, and that's the shiny shit that they've always wanted, you like, oh, that is shiny. Let me go ahead and get that too. Now, because this is not what you was thinking
Bree
beforehand.
ain't shining. Bree is not shining. Okay, there's
What
nothing shining over
we
there
he's
for Bree.
Bree is okay. I want to very much clarify. I think Bree is a bird, but I don't think it's a bad thing for her to be a
It's
bird.
not.
No,
I
no, no,
think
no, it's not.
Amanda trying to do bird shit when she not a bird is where we falling flat. Like, baby girl, no, you want a whole another, you in a different situation. Being that Bree, I'm gonna get my ball player on my bird shit. You the one want the alpha from Howard from Chicago, you get that. We on
But you
different.
know, she needs to. The thing is, Amanda. That's Amanda's own doing and allowing. She needs to understand that because it ain't like Bree out here saying, "Girl, you need to handle that in your relationship." No,
Yep.
she ain't doing that. She's just talking about her expectations
For
of what
me,
she
this is
wants.
what I want.
And so Amanda just is taking it. She's influenced. She's like, well, damn, but should I be paying rent too? You need to continue doing what y'all doing. You have a
Okay, but
man.
see,
Mortgage. You're
the
on
way
right.
that you're explaining it, it just didn't come off to me that way. It came off to me more gossipy, and it made me put a side eye on her as to, is this a friend that I want closely associated with me? Like, I was expecting Bree. We're not at group chat yet, but I was expecting Bree and Amanda to have words about that, because as the whole episode is going around, I'm just like, okay, girl, that ain't really cool. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It didn't
You
feel.
felt
It didn't
like
feel
her
friendly to
telling
me.
everybody about what Bree wants was like kind of messy.
Yeah.
Like messy and gossipy. Like, and then like everybody's like, are we cussing? Because I don't want to cut. F no. Like, I
You know we cussing, child.
fuck no. We ain't,
What now?
Like, it set her up to be, even more of a bird. She was the butt of a joke. And after you said it once and you realize, oh my God, I think everybody gonna eat my friend up, maybe you shut it down. She kept it going. She kept it
Yeah.
going. So my side eye is on Amanda. My eyes on her. I don't really think I'm digging her right now.
Is it because the initial bringing it up to Rob or the keeping it going that
Keeping it going. I mean, that's your man. You can
yeah.
always talk to your man. I might not like you talking to your man, but I can't fault you for talking to your man because he is your man. So I get that. But then it was like she brought up amongst the group again when they were on the beach, and she brought it
And
up another
Jordan was
time.
there.
And
Yeah.
Jordan was there and was like, and that's why I'm single. Everybody's laughing at her. Like, that wasn't cool.
Oh yeah, she did. She was talking to only the guys too.
Yeah.
My
It
thing
wasn't
is with
cool.
that, Amanda was just bored. Amanda was bored because her man wasn't there. She did express she wanted her man to be there. She wanted him to be there to experience this once in a lifetime moment. Like she can't.
That is not once in a
First of
lifetime.
all, we live in LA. Cabo is 2.5 hours away on a plane. It ain't that far. It ain't that expensive. So
If
she
they
probably
was in Dubai, baby, maybe. But like,
right. But I think she was just bored. But I didn't think she needed to get the guys involved. And I'm just like, oh, girl, this group. I guess I guess when I look at this group, like sometimes, like, why is she over there with all them dudes? But at the same time, they are supposed to be a friend circle, so they do have that kind of relationship. Because I mean, even in the last, you got Cheryl sitting over there talking to all the guys, not the girls, and it's a lot of that. Like they be with the homies and stuff like that.
It feels very LA, doesn't it? Like, down
It's
south, we
not
don't do
even
that.
just LA. It is LA, but it's very just. I don't know. Like,
I look at Cheryl different than I look at everybody else. I'm not.
well, you know what? We move it around, like I said, but Cheryl in that scene, we're gonna talk about it too. I go back to. I think I always like to circle back, and at the beginning, they kind of tried to bring Cheryl in the group. It's like she really wasn't a part of the group.
She wasn't a part of the group.
She's not their friend.
Her and Becky were not really parts of the group. I feel like over time they kind of, made them
Integrated them.
more of a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think Cheryl became more of a part because Gerald is like the guy. And he's like,
I love the way you say Cheryl and Gerald. I'm gonna fall out.
those names, child, they're gonna be wearing
The
matches.
girl.
Cheryl and Gerald.
I call them the twins. I just call them the twins.
They're gonna
No.
grow old together. You can tell.
He's still gonna be living in her apartment, and they gonna be unmarried. But anyway,
that's a bar.
I think that if it were not for this television show, excuse me, yes. But now that she's on TV, I'm going for that.
yeah. I agree.
She needs to go somewhere else. She needs to be up under some NBA player or something like that. She do not need to be with your.
I don't know who she needs to be. No, she right. She right where she needs to be. She showed who she like, what she want to be with. So Ty and Bree had an interesting conversation. They were on the boat and they were talking about. I thought this was interesting because she basically was like, Bree, I already like, oh, I don't think I want to talk to Cam, and Ty's like, that's a friend. Basically, stop talking to friends in the friend circle, girl. And I think that's very key. I know
you guys. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm sorry.
Oh, what happened?
It's like talking like this. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna leave and come back in. I don't know. It's not yours. It's Cortez's.
Oh.
But I think it's mine. I think it's mine though. But he's like,
no, it's
like
leave, come back. You'll be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree with you.
Chase gonna join back, but yes, I feel like that was real. It's a lesson in any friend circle. Stop dating people in your friend. Like, you can't look at somebody as a friend and talk to them. That just blurs the line, in my opinion. And it happens a lot in, I would say the heterosexual life and in the homosexual life. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a safe space. And when you talk to friends, you risk things happening. You good, Chase?
Yes, sorry about that.
You're fine. When you talk to friends, that is how a lot of friend circles end, because of somebody trying to date somebody in the friends. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm glad that Ty was talking to Bree, because Bree was ready to jump on Cam, skinny bone ass, and wear him out low like the reverse cowgirl. But I'm glad that she was just like, Bree was kind of like, oh, you know what? That's right. Like, I'm gonna talk to a guy that's far away. I was like, girl, somebody please get this girl a man. Because
please.
Go ahead.
Question.
Go ahead.
Question. See, this is what.
Me.
Baby, you better know I know the whole time. You better know I know it. I was like the sixth member of Destiny's Child. Fair move. Here, that's something that annoys me about Thailand, though.
Okay.
We don't have, like, I think, I don't know, there's something with me that I like the leader, the ruler, that is just really annoying. Yes, I personally believe that you probably should not date within a friend group. I'm not that far removed from my 20s, and I definitely don't look at it. But I haven't dated within a friend group in forever, and it has saved me so much heartache and headache. However, this is a part of her learning curve and her learning process and what she got to do. And if she didn't learn a lesson last time, oh well, that's on her. I get it that you want to step in and be Captain Save a Friend, but this is a girl that you clearly cannot do that with, because at the end of the day, she's gonna fuck them, they're gonna fall out, and she's gonna be mad at you. Thailand, mind your business.
Do you think? But I feel like I get it. It's at some point in time in your friendship, you have to realize if you want to say something or not. And I felt like Thailand was like, okay, I don't say. I just said it to him. I didn't say it to her. But he told her. So like, I'm gonna just put it out there. Like, yeah, you're doing X, Y, and Z. You have to make a decision whether you want your friend to learn her own lessons or you kind of want to warn her. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when she was like warned, she understood it. So I think at that moment I understood their friendship a little bit better.
Yeah. Like, okay, big sister, little sis.
Yeah. And even though Thailand does, but I'm Team Thai. I'm also Team Amanda. You wouldn't know, but I'm Team Amanda.
Oh, I screw her up, child. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, give her what she needs, but I like Amanda. I might agree, but yeah. But I feel like in this moment I understood Bree and Ty's situation and understanding them a little bit more, because I'm the friend that says something. If you don't want to be my friend after I just tell you the real, then that's on you.
See, I'm the friend that says something. I think that we all are the friends who say something. Honestly, I think that we all are going to tell you what the tea is, that this is what it is, and I don't give a damn what you got to say about it. This is what you need to know. However, I think that the way that it was done made me feel a certain type of way, like in the words of the great oh great, what is Mariah's mom's name? Mama
Lucy.
Lucy. Are you
Lucy.
hating? Are you hating? Like it's like you went behind her back and told him, but you didn't tell her, and then you waited for her to come to you. Girl, are you hating that she getting this dick? What's going on? Like,
I don't think it's that. I'm just gonna say.
I mean, but that's just something I thought. I don't know
if
it
you look
is.
at, I mean, but you gotta look at the history of Bree. Bree just finished dealing with Jordan, and I'm saying like stuff like
Okay.
so it's just like she's moving in a circle constantly.
Yeah.
She had some with
Yeah,
Jordan,
she
and
moving.
she possibly had some with PJ. You know, so it's just like, girl, at this
Mhm.
point, are you coming for all the friends? You know, at some point you gotta look and be like, well, damn, you gonna talk to the whole friend circle? So I don't think anything is wrong with her in this moment. Now I do think Ty does. You know what I'm saying? At first, she came off very emotional, but like towards the second half of the season, she was just extra emotional in a way to where she felt like she need to address everything, even
That's
if
the
it
problem.
really wasn't like, not that she wasn't involved, but she didn't even have a chance to think on it. It's just like, I want to talk about it now. And so that's how we get to the next topic. And we kind of move into episode 8 because, you know, obviously PJ and Becky have a talk to where PJ kind of tells Becky he don't want to talk to her. Honestly, this is the one time I don't think PJ did anything wrong, personally. I mean, I don't even think they had much going on, but he basically told her that. And so she felt the way. She felt the way because, I mean, she just, I guess, I don't know, she wanted something, didn't get it, and it is what it is. But when they get to, apparently she is planning his little event for his artist or whatever with Amanda, your fave and your unfave. And before they even get started, she brings up how she didn't like the way he did Becky. And I'm just like, first of all, that's very professional. And like, you're here for this. You could at least wait to talk about the business. And I applaud PJ for saying this confession, like, you know, like at this point, it seemed like this is the only time in the whole series, the whole show, that PJ actually made some sense. And he actually was given like, okay, this is some kind of man, because he was acting like, the whole
absolutely disgusting is what he is.
disgusting, slow, like just lame. But
it was a slow talk. I was like, is
he just is not.
But I like how they addressed that somewhere in the show. I think it was like a blooper or whatever. He was like, the one thing I would change is that he talks so slow or something like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So he turned up right now, yo.
How did y'all feel about that with Ty and PJ? Just kind of like, because she was so strong. I'm like, you didn't even like Becky. You didn't invite her to your event at the beginning. So I was like, why are y'all going so hard for Becky?
I feel like that was like, I feel like Becky was always going to be involved. They just didn't know how much.
To what capacity?
And I feel they've always hung out with Becky, but she wasn't the main group. She was always Bree's friend, where Bree was Ty and Amanda's friend.
Yeah.
But then when they Becky cool, she can come.
But as far as this was seen right here, like with her addressing PJ at the event,
she was wrong. Like I feel like, I mean, I'm glad they showed that, because that is real. So what I get from this whole show is like the realness of it. And it's real, like, baby girl, I know we cool, but I hired you for this and this meeting for this.
Right.
So he had a right to feel how he felt in that situation.
She's gonna have to learn how to get in control of her emotions, because she felt that she could not, in good conscience and good faith, do her job.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Without addressing something that has nothing to do with the task at hand.
I know it's reality TV, but in these moments that she has been doing, because she does it 2 more times. Actually, she does it. I mean, she does 2 more times. So that gives like Housewives reality TV, to where you just can't wait. Like, you got to do it right now, because you know what I'm saying. And maybe production, maybe they had a moments of production saying, "Girl, just talk about it."
Definitely.
Amanda, because I mean, think about it. Think about who was in her ear. Who was in her ear the whole time? Who's always the main 2 or 3 people saying, "Girl, just say it." Bree, Becky, and Amanda. They always saying, "Girl, just say it. Just get it out. Why hold it in?" And so she could just have it in their ear too, but she needs to learn how to definitely time and place. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe not while we're shooting the video. Maybe not when we're in the meeting. Maybe when we finish the meeting. Like I
finished singing the song. I mean, you want to talk about it now, right now?
Right. Yes.
Okay. I mean, well, I'll be right back.
I like her approach. Okay, so I think we're saying we like her approach, we don't like her timing.
Oh, she has the worst case of now is not the time, now is not the place
Yeah.
ever. Like
Sometimes I mean her approach is never wrong. It depends. In the
I don't feel
approach
like she approaches it wrong, in my opinion.
in the PJ with in the approach with PJ, she didn't have the full story. She don't even know what's going on. She know you know that they've been going back and forth. So why immediately take a side? Just kind of wait and figure out, like I said, she didn't really. She heard what Becky had to say. Everybody know Becky is a bird. So I mean, it's like at this point, like let's wait and see. You know what I'm saying? PJ has definitely had some moments in the
Y'all are wrong for
past, but he still, as a friend in the circle, he's owed that same type of like, let's just wait and see what happened.
Yeah.
But
and I think that that's. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I think that's some like indicative of your mid 20s where I'm riding for my dog. I'm riding for my dog. You talking about my dog? You talking about me? And then when you get in them 30s and you get a little season in them 30s a little bit, you get a little season on this. Like, well, hold up, let me hear what did happen. Okay, so they did this. Okay, now you did what? Okay, let me make my decision. Girl, you know you was wrong for that. You know what I mean? And I think hopefully going forward, she will at least be willing to hear both sides before she ride or die because she has been dying the whole season. But I want to address PJ because I didn't get to address him. Let me address you real quick, Mr. PJ. You are tacky. Okay. And I just could not believe that. Like, I am not a Becky fan. Like, I'm not a Becky stan or whatever. But I was like, that's kind of cold. Like, I'm a Scorpio, so that would have me in my field. You dumped me in front of everybody in the boat and then was like, we going on a yacht. We going on a shit. Like, what? Like, nigga, did you just win the NBA finals? What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this
But
to me?
see,
Like, right
but
now?
the thing is, like, okay, I was very confused because Becky's been all season. Just say it, just do it. You know, like just like there's no other time to do it now. She was just like, I feel some kind of way, but I don't want to do it on this boat. Why in Cabo? Why now? Girl, she should have let him know how he felt. Now I ain't saying give him emotion, be like, you know what, she should have gave him something. She basically let him run away.
I'll be right back. I gotta go.
Go ahead. She let him run away and escape and be kind of like, you know, to where he really didn't know that she was actually feeling away. So
she wanted some ding-a-ling in Cabo, and she was like, now is not the time or the place to be trying to break up with me. Can we at least get the vacation? And then
PJ must
I
got,
would never want to sleep with. Ooh, honey. Ooh.
PJ must got slong, or he must got some because.
But I feel like it's skinny though. Are we supposed to be talking about these people? I don't want to talk about people saying child on the thing. Or they watch it. Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
If I don't
PJ,
want
that
to, if I don't want a dildo in my ass today,
I don't want it in today. I don't care. If I was in my 13s, I don't want it today. Yeah, I don't want to. Yes, you give them. I miss you.
My alarm went off. I was like, I do not want it to get so loud that y'all can hear it.
No, it's okay. You look amazing, balls, by the way.
Before we talk about this last part of this episode, you saw Bree and Jordan went on individual dates, and I'm just gonna say that they both are dating people that are too good for them. Because they are made. They're dating people. They're dating people that they need to be with, but they're too good for them. Like the guy for
listen, Cortez, because that's a good question.
Huh?
So if you, my question, since you said that is,
go ahead.
So if you're in if they are in these situations, do you think that the people that they're dating, do you think they should ride it out and stick with them and elevate them, or just chop it off?
I don't know about elevating. I think that because the thing, so with Bree, that guy he seems nice. I don't know.
Oh my God.
He's so cute, so nice. So if he is what he presented, he is amazing, and that's what she needs. But guarantee you, she probably cut it off for him because he was too nice or too this or too that. And the thing with Jordan is that she probably first of all, when she said OnlyFans, I was like, OnlyFans, but then I like he said. I know, but that girl, I mean, I don't know if she got a new Porsche, old Porsche. She said a Porsche child could have been an old paid out Porsche.
I looked her up. It's a very new Porsche.
Okay.
She also has over 1 million followers on Instagram.
Okay.
Like baby, and her content from Instagram is very like refreshing, fun, like influence foods. Like she's very much put together. Like they didn't even the show really didn't do like her real life justice at all. Because baby girl together. and she got more money than I tell you, she got more money than Jordan.
Of course. She looked like she got a little more money. But I want to say this real quick for you to the chase is that what I was saying was that with him, she's perfect for him. He ain't perfect for her. He is trash. But go ahead.
Before I throw Jordan up, because I'm gonna throw you up somewhere up in this thing. I'm not gonna throw you up right now because now's not the time. But I'm sure I'm gonna throw Jordan up. I want to say to Jordan, young man. I actually did some research, because I love fashion. And so I was like, well, let me see what the hell going on with this hype land, because I remember specifically episode 2 when they were all at his home. He had on this wonderful like plaid herringbone hype land Letterman jacket. I looked it up. It's sold out. Jordan at Irving B Music. DM me. I need it. I need it. I need that piece, honey. That piece is everything to me.
He's saying all this before he wear you out, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm aware. Oh. In what kind of way we talking?
You can talk. This is the link chat.
What kind of way I'm wearing them out? What we talking?
I don't know whatever way you. Well, I don't know which way.
I will tell you this.
No,
he's the type of guy that I would have. In my 20s, that is the type of boy that ruined my life. A boy like Jordan, like cute, big lips.
His lips are very. It's like they got bigger as the episodes went on. Like,
oh my God, just plumper and plumper
Stop
and plumper.
He stopped putting Vaseline on them lips, baby.
Oh my God! But that's a boy that would have wore me out down to the 20s. But I know better now. I'm gonna wear you out later. Go ahead, let's move forward. I got something for Jordan.
Okay, so this part, because we finna really get on to Jordan actually. So the podcast, I was very surprised by this. Now, this one I literally was like, oh, this is intense, because there were other moments, but this one to me was one of the first real organic moments, and it was unexpected because it was the guys, and so I liked it because it wasn't the women. We used to see women argue, but this moment, I was worried for Jordan because I thought Jaden was going to tap it. He was
going to beat his ass. Oh my God!
Let me tell you something.
I thought it was going to beat his ass.
So basically, there's this podcast that Zero has. They're talking about mental illness and health. What is it?
Not mental illness, but definitely mental health. Like
mental anxiety. Health. It was something. They were talking about it was
the topic was anxiety.
And how Black men can express themselves.
And the conversation with I like PJ when PJ was saying, like, I've never seen my mother and dad hug and be happy. You know what I'm saying? I get what he was using that for, because it kind of shows honestly how he perceives a lot of things, relationships and whatnot. He don't really have a great example. I mean, I personally, I feel like when you get older, you have to learn and grow. Just like a person in their 30s that don't end up in a relationship. It's not an excuse to say, I ain't never been in a relationship, so I don't know. No, it's all a learning process. It's like when you get married for the first time, you're learning. You never been done before, you grow, and there's something that you make your own. So I don't yes, Asia. But the conversation went left because they were talking about basically Jalen felt like that he had more of a foundation, had a little more privilege, and maybe because he used the word, I don't know, but Jordan got so
Drakey.
He was so defensive and so offended to the point to where he was talking so fast, y'all. Like I was like, is this real? I talk fast. It was very fast and like, whoa. But
you thought Twister was rapping.
Huh?
You thought Twister was rapping.
I don't know what he was doing.
That was my notes. I was like, he talked like Twister.
Yeah. But I want to hear y'all thought on this conversation because it got interesting when later on the mama gets involved and she said it straight. Honestly, like I was on Jalen's side at this moment because I knew what he was saying. I don't feel like he said anything disrespectful. I feel like even when he was disrespected, he did not go completely left. Because I feel like Jordan would have got popped in the face. But it just kind of showed me more of like Jordan is just still not an adult. He still has a very childish mentality about a lot of things, and he is definitely privileged. He knew it. Absolutely. That's why he was so triggered because although he's worked hard after it's been given to him, he clearly ain't worked hard enough because he had to prove that he worked harder than somebody else. If you worked hard, you're working hard, and it happened without you having to compare to somebody else. But what's your thoughts on this situation? And we'll go into it some more.
Is it me?
Yes.
Go ahead, Asia.
Um, so Jalen, I don't know if Jalen is like a hood nigga or not, but
He's
he's a
sexy
reason.
though.
He's
Jalen's
a
so sexy. I'm sorry.
he's very attractive.
Fine.
And he is the reason that I like hood niggas because a hood nigga
Oh,
ain't never been mean to me, rude to me, always looked out for me, had my back no matter what,
oh, slow my
and
thing.
has always queened me up. Whereas
Yeah.
a little Drake ass, acting ass nigga who always been like a little fake ass pretty boy, come from money and all this stuff has treated me a certain type of way. So Jalen, kudos to you. Like I really like Jalen and I really like Rob too,
Me
because those
too.
are the
Yes.
type of niggas
Yes, I
that
like Rob.
have always treated me right. Whether they have like cheated on me or whatever, that's a whole different story. But in terms of me being a woman and treating me how I and queening me, those
Okay.
type of dudes are what I really like. So kudos to Jalen for after being disrespected, we knew what he could do and what he could say, and he is a changed man from
Mm-hmm.
what from
Mm-hmm.
what I've seen and from what I've heard. He's a changed man. He is no longer on Skid Row, and he is presenting as such. And I kudos to him. Jordan, baby Drake, baby no. You are privileged. You are a little pretty boy. I don't know if he a kappa or not, but he's giving me like immature kappa vibes. Not like he giving me he pledged at like 18, 19 kappa
Yeah.
vibes and then pledged as a grown man and doesn't even understand like what's going on. Like honestly, he has the money, he has the resources, he has the things that everybody wants in life in
Wow.
terms of like just living,
Yes.
but he didn't work hard for it, so he's not presenting as he should and
Yeah.
bringing the next person up. Instead, he's tearing the other person down because he's immature. You have these things, you have these resources, you have this access. Understand where other people are coming from. Try to have empathy for them, and then bring them to where you are if you care so much. But since you
Wow.
be a little spoiled ass, brat ass nigga,
Mhm.
little fake ass lover boy ass nigga.
Asia, come on now.
Sorry, friend, but little fake ass little boy nigga. Then you like honestly, I really wish Jalen would have like
Went
really
there.
in on him, if I'm being honest. But I'm glad
Yeah,
he
I
did.
did. I wish I'm his patience is very attractive, but I'm glad. I wish he would just like did something because he let him get away with too much, and it's just like for him to say like that whole line like I'm more successful than you because I work harder than you. That's like if I just told you I was working on Skid Row and I don't know, but I don't go to Skid Row. I know where it's at. I drive right past it.
I've been to Skid. I worked by Skid Row when I lived in LA. Like
I
that's
drive
where
past it
Down
all the
on
time when
Skid
I'm downtown.
Row.
Because all of downtown LA is not that nice anyway. I think it's all very blah. And Skid Row is like everywhere in terms of like homeless. But yeah. Chase, what you think?
Um, Asia definitely hit the nail on the head about the privilege thing. That's one thing about people with privilege. They do not like to acknowledge that they are privileged. And I don't understand that. Let
That's
me tell
so
you
true.
something.
So
Let
true.
me tell you something. I have had struggles in my life. I am not one above struggle. I am not. But I have been very blessed. I am very lucky to have a mother who has supported me when I could not support myself at times. There have been times that I know what I was going to do. My mama came right on in and swooped right on in and saved my life. Okay. And I will give everything that I have ever accomplished or will accomplish or have achieved or will achieve. I have been able to do it on someone's shoulders like her who believes in me and has championed me and has given me everything in life that I could not give myself, whether I tried or didn't try. Okay?
Mhm.
And you see how easy that was for me to do it? You can do that too. Now, once you attain that privilege and you attain a level, yes, you have privilege and then you work hard and you raise that bar. And once you've raised that bar, you use that privilege and that bar that you've attained, that you've raised, and you bring somebody out of Skid Row and you put them on. You
Mm-hmm.
don't belittle them. You don't down them. You don't put them down. You don't kick them while they're down. And that's what he did to that man. And he knew he did it. And the reason why I believe that he did it, hype land, lover boy, you did it is because you know his cameras are around to save your ass. Because guarantee doggone to you, if Thailand's boyfriend, what is his name, Jalen? Because I want to say
Jalen.
something else.
Jalen.
Jalen. If Jalen would have really went down, took it to the street and took it down to the Skid Row, he would not be able to film anymore. That would put Thailand in a huge major conundrum. And that show probably would have been a Dundada, okay? Because she is a major focal point of that show, and her relationship with him is also part of her package deal. So
Yeah.
he had to think really quick on his feet. Do I
You know,
kick
I
his
always think
ass?
the other thing. I don't think he thought. I think he just literally he reacted naturally. I think he's gotten to a point to where he's not no longer going in Skid Row to work. He's no longer has that mentality. He is just kind of, you know what I'm saying. Now later on when they met up, of course, he seemed a little bit more upset about it.
Yeah, I was like, listen, you
Right,
really
but
escaped
in
my
that
wrath.
moment, he was just like, "Bro, like, why you getting upset?" Like, he was very calm for me. I thought it was good, and so it was a bad look. It was another bad look, another
I can't
L
believe he
for
fixed his
Jordan.
lips. I can't believe he fixed those lips.
I can't believe it did.
To
It was.
say what
I'm
he
like,
said out of his mouth, it was just so
now,
disgusting.
mind you, so why we get to the next topic in the next episode? You know, Jero. Now, I don't know if you watch it, but Jero was kind of like. So my thing is, if we're gonna talk about this, I feel like the reason why he was so whatever because he was like, I finally got some good content. But even though he claimed he stopped recording, but he was
He said he
loving that.
used it.
He was loving the mess. It was giving, yes, baby, what's going on?
Yeah,
It
and I
was
also feel
great.
like he kind of agreed low key with Jalen, but didn't want to out front on his boy. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's me.
Whoa, you
Really?
know, Jalen
In the
and
moment, he looked like, well, I mean, Jalen got a point. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of looking like, the nigga got a point. I don't know.
yeah, but you know what? They all kind of suck up to Jordan. They all felt
Well,
they
they do because
all,
he got the money.
and it's just like he ain't giving them none. But okay,
He giving them chains. He giving them chains or something.
Chains and a bottle of Dom Perignon, but we'll get into that later. But he need to give me one of them hype land out of stock
Let's bring it back
letterman
to what's
jacket
really
with the
necessary.
herringbone, okay? Because I really was gonna eat your ass up, but I said
uh,
no. You need that jacket.
well,
Okay.
please you chase that.
Oh, see now,
We need
see
to replace
that's
this
why, and that
hyper-
his friends can't hold him accountable because they want hype land jackets too. That jacket is nice
Child.
though.
Period.
I'm
They
telling
want
you.
hype. Tell them to send you a chain while you at it.
The
Shit.
music
I
ain't
don't want
that
no
great.
chain
The
because
music
you
ain't that
really.
great.
I listen to it because if Jalen baby, you send me you wear me you send me a chain, I'll be wearing like I'm an 848 fish. Ponytail this time. My man Jalen got me this. Oh God.
Child, meanwhile, he gonna be over there. He gonna be over there. What's he say? Licking Becky out again. But anywho,
Oh, I'm sorry.
so in the next part, so
I don't like when
uh,
y'all make me laugh for real because
Oh, I didn't mean to say it like that, but that was so vile.
okay, so in the next part, Jalen tells Ty, and what I'm starting to see here, I don't think that Jalen is like no weak man. I don't think he needs protection from Ty, stuff like that. But this is like, you know, it seems like they have a very transparent relationship. Like they talk about everything and like they have pillow talk. And that's understood. Like I talk to my man all damn time. We talk about everything, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But
I know.
it kind of got them in trouble a little bit earlier. But in this moment, after he tells Ty, she's upset. She wants to talk to Gerald. So then you have Cheryl's photo shoot. I don't know what the photo shoot was about. It's her brand, but they all had on chocolate. So I was like, maybe it's like a clothing line. I don't know what
She's got a clothing line. I did look that up. I think it wasn't out. Oh,
it's not great. Like you can say it, Chase. Just say what
I'm not
no,
gonna put that girl business
we're
up.
not going down another black person's business.
That's why I stopped.
Are we down in it? I just said it ain't that great. I
I'm
come
just
in
talking,
the
child.
Well, you said you listened to it on the iPod.
I don't do mediocre when it comes to clothing. Sorry.
No, I'm just talking. We're not down there, but I don't know what the brand is. I didn't look it up.
It's
I just saw a lot of brown.
I'll tell you what it is real quick. It's like reworked vintage clothing.
Okay.
And then some, but so I think the branding is a little. I think she's still trying to figure out her branding.
Okay.
Because then some of it is also like just fresh, one of a kind pieces that she go down to like the LA Mart or the fashion district in LA and get some fabric and piece some stuff together. So it's like a mix.
We got an idea. It's coming along. We riding out for you, Boopy Doo. Come on with the fashions.
So at the actual photo shoot, they talk about right, whatever this brand is. Yes. Congratulations, happy birthday, Cheryl. At the photo shoot, they are talking about Ty just can't hold it in. She got the birds in her background saying, "Talk about it, just talk about it, just talk about it, child." Right. So, and she goes to talk to Gerald, and she feels like Gerald should have stepped in to have his back. And so this situation is sticky because I feel so many different ways. I get what she's saying, and she's looking at it from a standpoint of this is your podcast as a moderator. Why could you step in? Because as a person that has a platform and moderates, I feel like that is a key point because there has been a situation on this show before, and I had to kind of step in and be like, okay, and I get that part, but
What video and what can we find on? Because
Stop
I'm
playing.
I'll
looking
just
right
say it was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta,
I was there.
but you won't see because I cut it out.
I was there, and I was
Boo! What in the
so
Gerald?
that goes to show. I'm glad, Cortez. I'm glad you cut that off because I was looking like, huh?
It was a
What in the
lot,
Gerald?
but on the other end, she's also saying as a friend, like this is my man. He's not really in y'all friend circle, so I expect y'all to watch out of him. But at the same time, he's a grown man, so I see both sides, and I see his side too. What do we think? Who are we siding with in terms of this? Like, who is? I don't want to say who's right, who's wrong, but I mean, who makes the most sense? Because Ty, this is another moment where she just kind of goes in, and she didn't come disrespectful. She really did come, but
She tried the best that she could.
But we find out later why exactly he felt so whatever, because apparently there was a whole scene they didn't even add.
Yeah,
they showed that scene at the end, and it's like he already knew she was gonna probably come that way. So why did he feel so disrespected? What were y'all thoughts?
I want to say that this is one situation where I don't actually feel like one person is more right or more wrong than the other.
Yeah.
Is regarding to how they felt about the actual situation. I think that if you're really friends, you hear your friend and y'all listen to each other, you try to understand where each other's coming from, and you move forward. What I think though is it wasn't the content, it was the delivery. A lot of times, when I used to express myself, my delivery was, let me tell you the mother, and I know you ain't, and reading and throwing shade, and the content of what I was saying and why I was actually hurt got lost in my delivery. And that's something that Tyler needs to work on, is the delivery of her content. Because if you deliver me a porterhouse steak on a trash can lid, even though it's a porterhouse steak, do you think I'm going to want to eat it? No, because you brought it to me on the trash can lid. You see what I'm saying?
It cleaned off before.
I don't want it. I want it on a plate, not a trash can lid. So that's the content, but this is the delivery. No, thank you. I think Tylen's going to have to work on that.
I don't think she came in wrong though. I think my issue with
I'm
her
just
is
talking
that
about her entire scope for the entire season. We already said that she has a case of
There's
time and place. She did that Cheryl's photo shoot. Yeah. That's not cool.
That's what I was going to say.
Cheryl's little dusty ass photo shoot was done.
Oh my god!
I'm not about to sit and play with y'all. Y'all not gonna play my face now. Okay.
But but she could have waited.
She couldn't have, because let me say, when someone your heart, cuz you gotta say that shit.
They should have. My thing is with this, the lesson is if you don't want people involved, you have a one-on-one. If you do something out in
one-on-one, Cheryl
she wasn't. There's no way that you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna have a conversation with your man and you ain't gonna be like, what's going on over there? Let me go over and see what's going on.
I would agree with you, but Cheryl was just like, but we wasn't there.
Well, no, but the thing is, Cheryl was two-sided.
She was very messy.
Because she said that, but she clearly had chosen a side.
No, that's her man, so she was right.
Because of the lies that her man had told her.
Because that's true.
What did he lie about?
Well, apparently she said that Jalen came at Jordan in a disrespectful way by saying, you privileged, you just like that. And I think
it was the other way around.
It was not like that, actually. He did not come in this way. So if you notice, I applaud Cheryl for having her man back. You know what I'm saying? I get it, that's her man. But because you saw, she was just like, she did this way. She was like, I got you. I like that. That was hot. But at the same time, but she was lied to. She was lied to. And so it's like, she didn't really have the true story. I mean, that ain't really what happened. He lied. And that's why I look at Gerald's side, because like Gerald,
I was very disappointed in Gerald.
You lied, like you was so cool. I wasn't really your team, Gerald, because you was living with your family still and about to move into this girl's house. But honestly, how I look at Gerald now, like he has a lot of growing to do. He's still like, he's just so young. He's young, but he's like,
they're young.
They are young, but it's like
not young. I'm sorry, they're 26 years fucking old. Like, come on now.
I was still learning about friendships. At 26, I had been in a relationship, And I
and
didn't
they
have.
are in
I was
LA.
learning.
I was learning. I was maybe because I was learning different shit. I don't know. But
People,
like,
I would say people in LA are a little slower in doing things.
yeah, and
I've learned that
he seems
they
slow.
don't. You know
They
what I'm
both
saying?
seem slower. They both seem slow.
Cheryl actually seems to be okay.
She ain't from
Cheryl
LA though,
seems
is
like
she?
she needs to go get
I
some.
don't know where she's from. I'm not sure.
I
But
will say this.
From
go
LA.
ahead.
She's from LA.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know it took me a learning curve. I am from Jacksonville, Florida. I moved to Atlanta at 26. I'm not used to. I wasn't used to, like, there is like
Yeah.
a couple of gay groups of friends in Jacksonville, whereas in Atlanta everybody is everywhere and this and that, and I had to learn very quickly how to navigate amongst many different circles and many different people, and learn how not to beat people ass. Very much giving Jalen tease. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I've learned now how to deal with friends, but it was a learning curve. It really was. So
Yeah, when we went through last week, and we had to let Asia know that everybody was not what she was at 23 and 25. Like they are. Like I living here in LA, I have a friend that is friends with a lot of young people. So, and I say young, like 25, 26, like they just different now. Just your age is not an excuse for certain things you do, because I think we all got common sense. But looking at this friend circle, I feel like I see that friend circle a lot. I, hang around. No, I'm not hanging with them. They just hate my girls like that. You know what I'm
them
saying?
little cousins and nieces and nephews, child. I can't hang around
They
them
are
like
like
that.
I look at them like nieces and nephews, and not because I'm better or I feel like I've learned so much. I'm only 31, but it's like a lot of things that they're doing. I've done that, and so I feel different in that space. And so watching this show, you know what I'm saying? I know that they're young, but Juro, he's been with that girl for 8 years. I don't care if it started in high school. They've been together, and so
I be saying, Ann,
Say
there's
high
just
school, but they were still 18. Like
Ann.
and y'all were 18 then, and y'all are 26 now. So it's like, girl, sir, whatever. At this point, you gotta come up there. Like at this point,
grow
It
up.
must be
girl is your
good.
mama. It's giving mommy,
You think
It
it's
must
you
be
think
good.
it's good, Chase? You think it's
It got
good?
to be because she.
no,
I
I
think
think
it's comfortability. If I'm being honest, just as a woman, like when you in a situation you see everybody else struggling and wanting what you got, you gonna sit there and take and maintain what you got because you don't want to be thrown out to the wolves
mhm.
trying to find it again.
Well, if I was in my friend circle and Becky and Bree were in my friend circle, I'd be like, you know what?
I'm gonna keep
I'm gonna stick with the
I'm
mama's boy. I'm gonna stick with the mama's boy. Because oh hell no, honey, I won't be dealing with that.
stick beside them.
Ramona and
um
Sonia.
in this episode too. So okay, so Jordan talked to his mom or whatever. I think Jordan talked to his mom actually helped the situation. They kind of had him talk. So he
Absolutely.
talked to Jalen, and I'm glad that he talked. I like that Jalen was like, "Look, bro, like you was tripping. Like I don't want to do," but I thought it was kind of sex at the same time too.
Oh, it was
But they
so.
did
Oh.
talk, and so after they reconciled and get to that point, I was cool. I was like, cool. But then you have PJ's event. Now PJ's event is where I said this is where things get interesting, huh?
The artist with the griff
With the artist.
Okay.
Cheryl was, if you notice, Cheryl was on crutches. I wonder what happened to her.
I was trying to figure out now how we don't
I
get
know
that
what
the story,
happened.
at least an explanation.
Yeah, I'm just like, I wonder what happened to her because she was when she was in that little thing. I was
herself.
like, huh?
She was talking too much shit and tripped on herself.
I don't know what she did, child. Maybe I don't know. But basically at the event, they're talking about, what I'm saying, the Jalen and Jordan stuff. And Becky over there, Becky was being messy. She was. And she basically was trying to say, like, well, Ty was saying it because it was on her heart. And this is where I looked at Cheryl like, uh-oh. When Cheryl was just like, well, don't do it at my shit. And I'm just like, oh,
I was
okay.
like, see, Nasty getting butt.
They gonna see Nasty. I thought see Nasty was
No,
only
that
like
bitch getting butt.
she was, but then you
Not
have Jordan. But then you have Jordan saying like, if it's not your business, don't worry about it. So, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all feel like it was not Ty's business, or do you feel like because they were trying to say like you weren't there, but that's her man, and like I said, that his entry into this circle is her, and if she's supposed to be really good friends with you, Jordan, and everybody else, like I don't know. I feel like at this point the friend side of the show kind of failed because nobody was thinking like as a friend. It was given like, okay, because I thought at one point Ty was like everybody's close friend, but it's like they were like, fuck Ty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What y'all think?
That's what I was saying. What I was saying the last time is you could tell it was like Ty and what's his name?
Jordan
No.
Ty and Jordan.
No, what's the Cheryl?
Jalen?
Gerald. Ty
Gerald.
and Gerald are friends, and this is Gerald's set of friends and Ty's set of friends. Is what it's giving me.
I would have more said that it's Ty and Jordan,
Or
but
Ty.
I can see
It's one of the two. It's
Jordan
one
is
of the
definitely the leader of that clique, though.
Who?
He got the money.
Jordan of his group of the Wood. So it's like the Wood and Thailand and her girls, and they merged together and made
But
a show. But they
either
all
way,
have a
the
familiarity
merging
with each
of
other.
the guys and the girls, and they've
Yeah,
interacted before, but one of
yeah.
them, it's a set on each side.
Now PJ is definitely like, where
He's
did
the
she
new.
come from? We don't know her. Yeah, very much.
He's, he's very much the new nigga.
They don't know him.
I don't think Ty is wrong in this situation because I don't think Ty is just basing it off of this one situation. I think there's more that we didn't see of the treatment of her boyfriend that she's feeling a certain type of way. Like, because she says, I think it's at the reunion, like, I don't like the way y'all have been treating him. And then if you go back to the first or second episode, she was just like, I'm worried about my boyfriend around in the guy group and how he's going to be received. So I think it was like a build up to like, nah, you playing with me now. Like, you supposed to be my friend, but you out here hoeing my man. I don't like that. And at the end of the day, I know we cool, but you're not about to play with my man. So I think that was really the situation versus it solely being based off the podcast.
There was something that Jordan said that was very interesting. It was he slid it in there real quick. He made sure that he slid it in there, and they made sure that they aired it.
What was
Um, Basically, he alluded that, well, he said that she was a common denominator in all of the issues amongst the group. She's been in every fight. She's always in everybody's business. And he said that in the scene. I don't know if you guys remember.
Was it when
In
they
the
were
scene,
sitting down?
they were sitting down and he said it. Yeah.
There was a lot of cross talk. So I
it?
didn't hear.
Either that was Becky. Becky was on her side, and then like the Wood. Like it was Becky against the
It
Wood,
was
and she was
because
like,
then she was like,
Well,
well, you asked
Cheryl
my
is a part of the wood. Let's not ever get it twisted.
"Oh, she's the
Cheryl.
Wood." Yeah, she's
Cheryl.
the
Cheryl.
Wood.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, it just we didn't get that at first, but now I feel like definitely she's definitely with the guys. She even said like, "This is why I hang with the guys," and I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know how. I'm not saying it's an issue, but I don't know how like. It gives like I see why Bree didn't really want you around at first. It gives like I don't fuck with females like that because females be catty. That's what I was getting from that
Them
statement.
niggas is way messier than them girls.
Yeah, a lot.
They carried a lot of the drama in the show, honestly. But
They
Jordan definitely
actually
slid that in there. Becky was like, "That's my friend, and she's gonna da da da, and she's gonna make sure that everybody's good." He was like, "Yeah, because she's like, if you look at it at the end of the day, she's in all the problems." I was like, "Calm down, Buster Buzz. Like, calm down, Buster Rhymes. Like, tight man jacket, I need it, but you need to calm down now."
That's the best.
But the big
Oh, another
argument,
hand in his head. Calm down.
that is what he was sounding like, child. Especially at the thing. He was talking so fast. I didn't know.
Woo-ha. Whoa,
He
could you
talks
calm down?
fast. That is scary.
Calm down.
Ooh.
Which is speeches, sir.
So, of course, you have the last scene, the toast, and Gerald wants to talk to Ty separately. And one of the guys is like, "No, let's just do this right here." And this is why I said, like, you need to, like, it was too many people. You got all these folks involved. You got Becky over here getting involved. You got Ty getting involved. And I was very interested to see where this is going to go. I was very upset that Ty cried again. I'm like, girl, stop crying with your little green piece of hair right here. Stop crying,
I
girl.
hate it. Her hair is the worst. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
But what was interesting to me was that Gerald said he would not apologize.
Mm.
Cheryl said that she should have did it at her event. And one thing is when she was trying to talk, she called her sis. And she's like, "Don't call me sis." And I felt that because when you're in a conversation, it's like when you call somebody sweetie or
It's
baby.
belittling.
It's belittling, like sis. We know how to work. So
she relegated her to being just a girlfriend in that moment. Girl, you just a girlfriend.
No, but she would. So I think the problem that what Cheryl didn't like about it was Thailand proved a point in that moment, and that's why she didn't like being called sis. And Thailand honestly was just being like, "See, sis, this is what I'm talking about." And don't call me sis. No, you mad because I just told you what the fuck it was. And
it felt condescending though, like, Asia. I'm sorry.
It was condescending.
It didn't seem condescending to me because because she literally did it. Like, you see what I'm saying, sis?
No, that's
Like,
not what she said. No,
she
Asia, that's not.
literally
You
did.
see what I'm saying, sis?
Asia,
Oh,
that's not what she
fucking
said.
She
That's
did.
not what.
Because the point she was making was, you mad that I'm defending my man, but you're sitting right here in the flesh defending your man, and we're doing the same thing. You see what I'm
No,
saying?
that's not what she said,
That-
Asia.
so that's
You
kind of
got it
crazy.
wrong. You got it
I
wrong. That's
watched
not
it
what she
7
said.
times.
That's not what she said, Asia.
That's what happened.
No, what she
You
said
lucky
was.
you lucky I got it
Let
on
me
my
finish.
phone to be like.
Let me finish. So she said to her something to Ty, and Ty was like, "I'm trying to explain to you to give you perspective or give you something."
Give you
Sis.
perspective, but it was not only that. It was this. She said, "I'm trying. Will you turn like this? Oh, girl, what you turning that bitch? Don't turn at me like that.
Yeah, it was.
I'm trying to
It was.
get.
I'm
Bitch,
sorry.
you
It
turning
was.
that?
It may wasn't. It was used at the wrong time. If they had been, I mean, sis is well, there's a playful way to use sis and bitch, but when it's a certain way you use it, just like old girl got mad at whatever saying bitch, like I'm saying, like when it's dismissive and you in an argument chat, you don't want to hear nobody calling you condescending. You don't do nothing like that. It just it is what it is.
Right.
If we was arguing Asia and I said to you, okay, whatever, sweetie, you would be like, sweetie, don't sweetie me, bitch. Like,
I would not. That's what I definitely would not. But if you a little sensitive nigga like Cheryl, a part of the wood, yeah.
Oh my god.
And she said,
I would. I got my ring.
Was,
Cheryl don't got her ring. She's sitting over here begging for her ring. So she doing
you
the wrong.
don't like she nasty.
All I'm trying to say is, sis Cheryl, we think Bree gonna get a ring before Cheryl do.
You waiting on Gerald. If she get rid of Gerald, she'll get one faster. But now,
yes, she will. But
Cheryl, what I didn't like about this, I didn't like that everybody was kind of coming at Ty. It was definitely a Ty moment because
she deserved it.
Huh?
She deserved it.
You think so?
I think that how about this? It's not surprising when you are in everyone's issues and you're inserting yourself in all these issues. Well, eventually, they come to the head, and everybody's going to have a problem and want to address it. So if you are trying to fix Bree shit with Jordan, and you are upset on behalf of your man with Gerald and Cheryl, and then if you are defending Becky against PJ, if you're doing all of these things, these people are going to have issues with you,
and you know what? That may be why Jordan made that comment, because when you think about it,
why he made it.
When she told Jalen about the situation, she actually got the words all wrong on what he said. He did not say. So maybe, but that was earlier. So I think it just got to a point where it's like, dang, like she's
But do you remember at the beginning of this review when I said, "Are you hating?" Like, I'm going based off of our whole season, especially when it comes to Bree. And you know, we know Bree's a bird, but then she goes and has a conversation with the NBA player. Then she go and relay that shit wrong. Basically, he said he want a woman that's doing shit and you ain't doing shit but sitting on your ass eating potato chips, and he don't really fuck with that. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, are you hating? Because like she's out here living her best life.
Looking back, this is what happens when you feel like you got to speak on everything. I'm a firm believer, and my best friend taught me this a long time ago. Choose your battles. Everything is not a battle. And I feel like she feels like she needs to address everything, and not everything requires. Yeah, she gonna have to learn that, because that's why she always end up crying with her green or blue wig, whichever
her
color.
First season hair. We just gonna say that first season hair.
Well, you know, it was better than some of them. I mean, she could just got braids like.
Honestly, it was just the last wig. Everything else is fine.
I didn't like the little green piece.
I didn't like the little green. Baby, that green was like, no man, honey.
Maybe she had just a video shoot. We don't know.
But I like how Bree's man came and grabbed her, was like, "Look, I'm focused on you." I was like, "Ooh."
I was like, "Girl, you need to give him some right now."
Yeah.
Okay. She don't know what to do with no good man like that. She do not know what to do.
I didn't before we lean out about this part. I didn't like how Becky was grilling that other girl, because you're basically making your best friend look bad by asking him, like, what do you look for? What do you like in a woman? And you know he gonna say all this stuff. And he was talking to this girl, you know, your best friend, whatever. Like, Becky don't have no coup. She don't have no coup. She really don't have no coup.
And that's why she is going to be on next season in a more prominent role.
Oh,
But you know
definitely.
what?
Her and Miami.
She needs to look at a lot of things and be like, girl, like, what was I doing? Because she looks crazy out here. She started out looking like the friend that ain't part of the group, then the one that smashed the homies, which we find out like that's not true. It just for her brand, like, I don't know.
And she's like, she works in like diversity and inclusion or something like that.
Oh, can I say something that she did? I didn't get to mention this. There
Go
was
ahead.
something that she did in one of the episodes that we're reviewing. Or maybe it was this episode. Okay, Becky and PJ, we haven't discussed that yet. They had a fight too.
So I was gonna talk about that more at the reunion because
Okay.
they had a
Because I
thing
want to
too.
talk about that.
I want to talk about it too. So since we finished with these two, we're gonna lean out and come right back for just the reunion to talk about that because we've been on talking about this. Obviously, we talked a lot more than
We just keep saying we're not going to do it, and
good.
we keep damn doing it.
I know it was some good content. So if you're watching, check out the next video, which is just the reunion itself. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all things lean, and we will see y'all on the next video if you're watching this one. Okay.
Good night.
We ain't going nowhere. We just going to the next video. All right.
I'm gonna say it again. Good
Wait,
night.
should I change?
I'm not changing. You
Should I
gonna
change my top?
my bird.